Good morning. Anyone out there? Hello, welcome to the stream. I am going to make a change to the fermenting house because I don't like the way it built. I wanted to get the fence to build first, but in order to do that, I have to move it up in the transform group. But when I move it up in the transform group, it is going to mess up all of my i3D pathing for the displays and the visibility nodes and the plane and the smoke and the lights. So we're pretty much going to have to redo all of the i3D mapping. But I do want to get the fence all the way to the top of the transform group. So we'll just have some renumbering to do. Because I didn't like when the fence built almost last. I want the fence to pretty much build first. And then I'm probably going to slow the build rate down a little bit more too, so it's like 2.5 days. So let's see what that's completely messed us up in the way of. Alright, so all of our displays in are going to change. Our visibility nodes are going to change. Our start and width should be the same. That should still be 7. So it's the only thing in transform group 0 that we have to worry about. So our inputs, our visibility group for the barrels, I think this one's, which one's which? Alright, this one's the barrels, I believe. Yeah, this one's the barrels. So this one is now 0, 34, and 9. And our power cells are going to be 0, 34, and 10. Our trash plane so that's down at the bottom. Yep, trash plane's going to change. Alright, so anything with a transform group of 0. So all of our in displays are just going to change to 34 instead of 33. Oops, 34, 34. And then our out displays are going to be 0, 35. So that's those. our smoke is going to change to 0 and 37. Our plane is going to change to 0, 35. And then all of our lighting is going to change to 0 and 38. I know it's a little bit to do just because I want the fences to build first, but it's definitely going to be better in game. Alright, so let's save that. And then I want to turn the project down a little bit so it builds a little bit slower. And then I want to take the pie company and I want to make it build a little bit slower as well. So we're just going to update both of these really quick since they're not released yet. Alright, so that is the, I didn't make any changes to the i3D, so I have, oh yes, I do have to change that. And I just want to make sure that the fence stayed at the top. Yep, fence stayed at the top. Alright, so we are good. I want to delete this and re-zip it up. And let's get my mods folder open. My test map. Paste that in there. And then the pie factory, I want to zip back up because we made a slight change to the build time. Copy that one and throw it in my zip folder so we can go in game and test it later. Now I want to start working on the let's close that for now. Fermenting house I'm going to call done for now. So next up is the species scrambles, and the first thing we're going to need to build are pallets. So I need a new transform group, a new folder, and we're going to open up the 16x map. So I want them to be the same size, and I want them to be the same palette as the honey or the wax. So I'm just going to go down and grab the wax palette. So I'm going to go File, Export Selection with Files. We're going to go Desktop, Species Scrambles, Palettes, and we're going to go CRAMBLED, Scrambled Egg Palette. Close that, and then we're going to grab the, we're going to copy the XML and throw it in here. So right now, let's just check our i3D pathing stuff. Yeah, so now we have to grab the Alright, so now we need to build our palettes for our scrambled eggs, hash browns, Western omelets, and Denver omelets. So first thing I want to do is I want to get a new cardboard looking clean box over here. So we have a clean slate to start with. And then I'm going to open up this, and I don't know how well this is going to shrink down, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, so I wanted to get rid of that first, and then let's go here. Let's copy this, paste it over here. We'll see how well you're going to shrink down. Oh, that's not going to be too bad. Actually, it's not going to be bad at all. Alright, so that looks pretty good there. Now, let's get us a clean slate down here to work with. So we will copy you. Let's get rid of this. Now, Google Images. We need scrambled egg. Start off with scrambled egg packaging and see what we can find in the way of scrambled eggs. Building the pallets are probably what I absolutely hate the most. So let's try scrambled eggs boxed. So let's try scrambled eggs ads. I had a feeling that these palettes were going to be pretty hard to this may work. Let's copy that. Let's paste it into a new image. And let's grab this. And see if we can get this to work. That may work. Let's see what. Let's go save as. Let's go eggs 01. And then let us, let's minimize this. The map folder I don't need open. Let's go back to palettes. Change our palette to eggs 01. And then let's slow my speed down. Let's see what this palette looks like. I can live with that. So, wax palette becomes scrambled egg palette. Now we have to, this becomes scrambled egg palette. The pathing is just palettes. And it is a scrambled egg palette i3D. The fill type, I don't know if I put in scrambled egg or scrambled eggs. So it's scrambled eggs plural. Let's just grab the wording so we don't have to type it and I get the spelling perfect. Control C, Control V, Control V. Alright, so there is our scrambled eggs palette and our scrambled eggs XML. Let's do Western omelet next. So I'm going to take our scrambled egg palette. I'm going to export it with selections back into the same folder. Western OMELETTE palette. Close that for now. So we're going to take our Western and we're going to open this up with Notepad++. We're going to have to go back in here. And this one I don't need anymore, so I'm going to not save the changes. This one we don't need anymore, so we're not going to save the changes. This one, we are going to just delete that out so we have our plain box. So now we need a Western omelet. See what we can find in the way of Western omelet. What do you look like? Possibility. Oh, there's our Denver omelet. So let's, because we are going to do a Denver omelet. So let's. Oh, but that's a breakfast sandwich. But was there another one down further? No, so that's a breakfast sandwich. All right, so let's go Western omelet. Come back to ads boxed. See if anything pops up. What do we have here? And you are not going to focus in clear. Nope, you're not going to focus in clear. You're going to stay fuzzy. Western omelets. Alright, so nothing under Western omelet. Boxed Western omelet. Let's see what comes up. Hey, FarmChick63, welcome to the stream. I am looking for clip art to this may work. So let's copy this one. We'll see what we can do with it. Copy image back into Paint. We are building palettes for the breakfast factory. I want to edit. I want to paste into a new. We are going to let's cut this out. And paste it in here. And then let's go here. Now I want it a little bit smaller. Let's just grab. Wish I can cut and around. Can I? I've never tried this before. Will it let? Oh, it will. Oh, I like that. I've never used that before. Hold on. But how do I get it bigger? Do I gotta go way up here? I do. Let's copy, paste. Let's make you a little smaller. Alright, so let's file, save as, let's call this eggs 02. And let's go back to our Western omelet. We're going to change this to eggs 2. And then let's see what that palette looks like. I can live with that. Alright, I can live with that. So now let's take our scrambled egg palette, we're going to copy it, we're going to paste it back in, we are going to rename it Western Omelet Palette. We are going to open that up with Notepad++. This is now a Western Omelet Palette. The i3D Western Omelet Palette. And then our fill type becomes Western Omelet. And we'll save that. So that is our Western Omelet palette. Let's close that. Now let's take our scrambled egg palette. Going to export it back into the same folder. We're going to work on the Denver Omelet palette. Close that for now. So our Denver Omelet palette will open up with Notepad++. We'll go back in here and we'll change this from Western Omelet to Denver Omelet. And we'll see if we can find something similar to what we just did. Let's see if we can find something for Denver Omelet. We're not doing a breakfast slider. We could make it look a little bit different. Denver Omelet Egg Muffin. Actually, now let's see what this looks like. Might be able to work with this. So let's copy this. Let's go back into here. I'm going to go edit. We're going to paste that into the Western Omelet. We are going to discard and not change. This one I'm going to back out. There we go. Now let's grab this. So let's go copy, paste. Definitely want to make you smaller. I'll put you about here. It's about the same size as the other one. And then let's go here. Copy and paste. Hope this shrinks down pretty well. Alright, so we're going to file, we're going to save as, we're going to call this egg. 03. Let's minimize that. We'll minimize that. Bring up Notepad++. This is now egg 03. Let's bring up our Denver omelet palette and see what it looks like. I can live with that. Now let's take our scrambled egg palette, we're going to copy it, we're going to paste it back in, we're going to rename it Denver Omelet Palette. We are going to edit that, we're going to call it Denver Omelet Palette. Denver Omelet Palette. And then our fill type is Denver Omelet. We'll save that, and then that is our Denver Omelet Fermenting House. So we have our scrambled eggs are done, our Western Omelet palette is done, our Denver Omelet palette is done. The only thing we need now are hash browns. So I'm going to take the scrambled egg palette, I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to export it right back into the same file, and let's go with HASHBROWN hash browns palette. Let's close that. Let's take our hash browns palette. Now let's go back into the old Google Images and see what we can find in the way of hash browns. And I can use, nah, that's just ugly. Alright, so let's go hash browns boxed. And quick browse. What do you look like? I might be able to work with this. Let's copy this. Let's go back into paint.net. This one I don't need. This one we're going to back out our changes. Gone. Alright, so let's grab. This is not the straightest, but so let's go with here. Hash brown potatoes. So copy you. Let's put this here. Grab, see if we can get, I don't know if This, no, I don't like that. Let's go back to Google. And now let's go back to just hash browns. Let's see if we can grab. What do you look like? You're not going to copy well. You're too big. What do you look like? No, what do you look like? You might work. Let's copy, paste you in here. Let's see what you look like. Copy that. Bring you down. Don't know if I'm going to like this one, but let's save it anyway. File, let's go save as. We'll just call it AGO4. We don't like it, we can always come back in and change it. Let's change this to AG04. And let's see what it looks like. In the editor. I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that. So I'm going to close Google since we don't need it. And let's take our scrambled egg palette XML. Let's copy and paste and rename hash browns palette. Let's edit that. To hash browns palette. Hash browns palette. And then our fill type. Hash browns. Alright, so that is our hash browns palette. So now we have all of our palettes built. Honda Teddy, hello, good morning, welcome, afternoon. So we have our, just one more time to make sure I didn't mess anything up. Here is our Denver omelet palette. Here is our hash browns palette. Our scrambled egg palette. And our Western omelet palette. I can live with these. Alright. Then we have orange juice, but it's a liquid bulk fill, so I do not need a palette. Now, we can get rid of that texture palette because we don't need it. And that'll keep the file size down. Alright, so those are our palettes. I am going to open up the Dixie Pie Factory. We are going to alright, we're going to have to you I don't need. You I don't need. You I don't need. I'm going to keep you for now. You're going to stay. The signs. What do you look like? Yep, signs I don't need. So delete that one. That one will keep. Loading stripes will keep. The lights will keep for now and fix them later. That's for the trash. That's for the trash. We'll keep the parking lot. We'll get rid of the 2 cars because we'll find some different ones. Actually, I'll just leave them in there for now. And we'll leave the prefab in here. Now I have a couple more signs I want to get rid of. Actually, no, we'll keep them, then we'll just go in and change the textures. Alright, so I am going to go File. We're going to export selection with files. We are going to call this SPCIE, species, CRAM, species scrambles. We're going to save it. We're going to close this, but we're not going to save to change it because I don't want to mess up the Pie Factory. Leave that there for a second. Now let's go here to species scrambles. We're going to open it up and I'm going to check my pathing. So that's all good. So this I'm going to close for now. So let's take our texture files. Everything should have transferred over. We're going to fix our signs. So our trigger icon is going to be this one. I want to overwrite that one. And then I want to take the wall sign from here, and we are going to go here. We're going to open up the store. We are going to take this. I want to copy it. And we're going to paste it in here. And that's right about center where this one is. Let's take it to the bottom and take it right to the top. And then we'll want to grab some of this green. And we're going to fill in the rest of this white. this side in. And then we'll save this. Now this texture file for our sign is now fixed for the new factory. Now we need to yes. Alright, so let's fix this. Let's go with quick brown fox, about size 20. And we are going to have scrambled eggs. We are going to have hash browns. We're going to have Western omelets. We are going to have Denver omelets. We are going to have orange juice. We are going to have dead power cells. We are going to have sewage. We are going to have trash. So let's save this one. Alright, so now let's go into the factory and see what kind of mess we have. Alright, so for now, let's create a plane. And just, we'll resize it later. I just want to get something to work on. And since we're going to have to redo the lighting, let's just get rid of most of these lights and we'll put them back later. Keep the first one. Get rid of them now so we don't have floating lights later. You're on the building and you're on the building. So those three we can keep for now. Now I do want to take the fence, and the size of this fence may change, but for now I want to cut it out of there. I want to put it in here. And I need to move it up in the transform group, so it builds first. Alright, so for now, let's take this one light and just slide it out of the way, so we'll come back and fix it later. Let's take our picnic table set and let's just throw it here for now. We can see if we're going to move it later. Let's take this warning stripe and just slide it out of the way for now. And let's take, where are you? This guy. And we'll just slide him out of the way for now. Now I want to import, let's look at this one and see what it looks like in the editor. And we may have to make it a little bit taller. Yeah, we're definitely going to make it a little bit taller. And I think we're going to move it back against the fence. No, maybe not. Now, I want to either use this one. Let's get you out of the way for now. Or I want to use this one with a side building. I think I'm going to like the first one better. So we'll delete you. This is going to be our main building. So let's edit. Let's cut it from there. Paste it into the visibility node, and let's make it a little bit, definitely a little taller. And then we can shrink it down into the ground. And what's on this side? I've got a couple of garage doors. May spin, yeah. So let's go here, let's go minus 90. And then if I bring you up against the fence, you still have a door on this side. What does this side look like? It looks like an office. Yeah, I can live with it this way. So let's just get it up against the fence. They're not using the door on that side of the building. Bring you up a little bit. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. And alright, you're not floating, you look pretty good. Now let's import one of the silos. Import both of the silos. See which size we like better. I think this one is, I want they're both the same one, so we're gonna have to rescale them anyway. So let's just go down to 1. Get it back down to ground level. Yeah, so this one we'll just delete. We'll work with this one. Cut it there, throw it in the visibility node, and then we may have to go down a little bit smaller yet, but let's see what it looks like in here when we connect all the pipes together. Yeah, I think you're going to have to go a little bit smaller yet, but let's get you lined up a little bit better. And we'll come out a little bit. How does that look for scale? It's hard to tell. Let's go 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. Yeah, a little bit smaller. I think I'm going to like that better. Let's bring you back down. And then let's bring you in. And I think over a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that better. So let's bring you over. Probably better. Let's see if we can get a view from the top down. Yeah, so we'll put you there. And put you here. Alright. Quick save. Logan Reagan, welcome to the stream. I am building placeable factories for my 16x production map called Ritchie Islands. And no, it will not be on console. This is PC only. There's too many scripts. It'll never be approved for console. We're building a factory that makes scrambled eggs, Western omelets, Denver omelets, hash browns, and orange juice. Alright, so that is our main factory. Now let's get... You are a door. Alright, so let's go File. I'm going to import the trailer in. Let's put it in the visibility node. And let's bring you in, spin you around. And let's get you back here. Slow my speed down a little bit. And let's get you over here by the door. And just make sure you're not floating. Yeah, you are floating. Alright, so let's get you on the ground. Why do you still not look lined up with the door? That looks better. Alright, now do we have any garage doors on this side? We do. Let's bring over another truck. And let's park one back here by one of these doors. Let's get you centered over here. Alright, that works. I can live with that. We got to change all these visibility nodes out. So we have, so our sign is on that side, looks good. Is there another sign on this side? Yeah, there is. That looks good. Now, let's see how bad this is going to be. File, import. Let's import sign 1. Alright, so let's 0 you up. Let's get you raised up here. And one on this side. Let's get one on this side. And then I think I brought in a smaller version. Yeah, let's get one on this side. Minus, square this up to minus 90. And how are you? You are squared up to the building. And I think I'm going to call that good. Quick save. Sorry, quick sip of coffee. Now we are going to take let's bring in, I just want to try something. I'm going to bring in the little factory site building. And I want to see how big and awkward it is. Because I've got to, yeah, let's do this. I want to use up some of this gap over here. So we are going to cut it out of there, put it in the visibility node. Let's turn it this way. Let's slide you down a bit and then back towards the fence. About there. And then let's get you about here. Do you want to go all the way down? Yeah, let's go all the way down. And let's bring you down a little bit. And then let's duplicate you. And bring you together. And duplicate you. I know, but we have to spin you around because that side of the building is unfinished and they've got to sort of seal themselves together. Bring you down. And bring you over. I like that. Let's grab this trailer. Bring another one over here. And we'll just park you here. and it just fills in this gap. And I'm not even going to put a sign on that building. I think we're going to leave it as it is. Alright, so let's bring our table back over. Give the employees some place to eat lunch. Sit outside. That works. Let's grab our... where are you? Let's grab this guy, bring him over here. So we can drop off our products into the factory. Lower this just a little bit. Alright. Give this another quick save. Might as well get our lighting fixed. That's the next painful one. Move you up and over. Let's throw another one over here. Alright, that'll work. Duplicate that one. And we'll bring one out here so we can see dropping off our goods. And just offset it here a little bit. Don't want it too bright, but I think we can sneak it in here. That works. And let's just grab one more for this side of the building. And just get it over here near the sign. Alright, so that works. So that's our lighting. Now I do want to move the lighting down so it spawns in after the buildings are built. So we don't want the lights building before the buildings. So we can slide them down. And yeah, they're going to have to come all the way down. And then we want to take the same thing with the operating parts. And I want to move that down. probably a quicker way to do this, but I'll torture through it. Alright, so this is going to be our smoke particles, and they're going to be all messed up. But we don't have our generator in here yet either, so before we fix the smoke, I want do a quick save. Let us I'm gonna need a water tower and our battery rack and our generator. Alright, so I'm going to go File. I'm going to import from the desktop. I'm going to pull the fermenting house in for now, and I'm going to go into the visibility node, and I'm going to steal the generator. And we're going to steal the water tower. And then we are going to delete that back out. So let's move the generator up above the lights. Let's move that up above the lights. Alright, so our generator I think I'm going to put the generator over here. No, let's put it over here. I need room here to come in and pick up. Hang on, let me think here a second. So we have to come here to pick up our trash. We got to come here and pick up our sewage. Let me leave the generator out here for a second. Let's grab our water tower, and we'll get it in place over here so we can drop off the water. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So let's drop off the water here. Let's pull. I wanted the stripes underneath it, but alright, well, let's pull you out a little bit. Let's pull you out a little bit. And let's pull the warning stripes out a little bit. Alright, so there's our water. Our water input is right there. Yeah, I think we're going to move the generator over here. And we'll get it over here. Keep our refrigerated warehouse cold. And it's on the ground, it's not floating. Now, that's our generator. So let's fix our smoke. Operating parts, smoke to, I am going to, I'm just going to delete these completely because they usually don't import well when you do a mass import. So I'm going to go File, Import, Desktop, Species Scrambles, Particle System, so we don't have the smoke in here yet. Alright, so let's close that. Let's save this. Species Scrambles, Particle System. So we don't have the i3D in here yet. Alright, so let us open up the fermenting house, particle system, smoke. I'm going to export that into species symbols, particle systems, smoke. Now that gets us our smoke with our particle system shader and our DDS. So we have our smoke, we have our particle system shader. Now, let's go File, Import. Let's import the smoke. Cut it from there, paste it in here, and it is smoke 2. We're going to put it here. We are going to tilt it down and make it a little bit smaller. So we got smoke coming out of the generator. Now let's go to our factories. Go File, Import. We're going to import another one. Operating parts. Nope. Power. Paste it in there. You're going to be smoke 3. And you are going to get, well, stretched out a little bit. And just inside the chimney. Alright, so we got smoke there. Now that I know they're in here correctly, let's just get a few more in. So now I can duplicate them and it won't matter. So let's bring you over here. About here. And now we can make you a little bit smaller. So we got smoke coming out of that one. Here, we'll come down here on the end. Throw another one over here. So you are going to be 5. You're going to be 6. And we'll just get one over here. And grab one for this building over here. And we'll call that 7. Slide this one down. Throw one here on the end. Bring you down to about there. Alright, so save you. Alright, so our lights are done, our smoke is done. Let's get our power cells in. So I'm going to take this set of warning stripes and we are going to spin you and we're going to throw you just here for now. Alright, so I want to file, I want to import the racking that I had imported in. Let's cut you from there, paste you in here, and I want to move you up above the lights. Alright, now you are over here, so let's bring you down. And we'll spin you -90, square you up. And bring you down close to the fence. Make sure you're not, yep, so you're close to the fence on that side. Are you floating? You're not floating. And we'll duplicate you. And we'll move you up. Alright, so that's where we're going to drop off our power cells. So now we can get our stripes back here. And you're going to have to back your trailer in to dump off your power cells. Come on. Right about here. Now, our bulk. Alright, so we're going to drop our bulk goods off here. Let's get our trigger in place. We will also, so we can drop our bulk goods off here. Alright. Our pallets, we are going to move back here, which is going to be our power cells. Well, I'm going to double that racking. We're going to drop our power cells and our pallets off back here. So let's make you a little bit smaller. pallet trigger over. And square you up. You can be a little bit narrower. No, go a little bit longer. And alright, so that's going to be our pallet triggers. Our water triggers should be good. Alright, so save this. So we'll drop our bulk goods here, we'll drop our pallets back here, and we'll drop our water over here, and then we'll pick up our, we're going to have to pick up our sewage, our trash, and unfortunately our orange juice, all from the same trigger because I can't do duplicate triggers for out. So I know it's going to look a little funky, but we're going to have to pick up our orange juice over here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it for now. Alright, so let me do this. We're going to probably end up moving this. I want 2 more of these racks. We're going to use 2 of excuse me, I'm going to use 2 of them for to drop off our power cells, and I'm going to use 2 of them to drop off our pallets. Save that, and then I'm going to slide this whole mess down. Just to get it centered. And we'll move our triggers down. Oh, come on. Now there's an exact fill route down here somewhere. Slide you down. Alright. Give you a quick save. Now we got to get all of our visibility nodes in next. And where are you guys? You guys are... Yeah, I'm going to have to create a couple of transform groups. Cut it from there. Paste it in here. We'll call it visibility nodes. Actually, do they need to be? Yeah, I'll leave them there. I can always move them if they don't work. Alright, so now let's grab, I'm going to import the fermenting house back in for a second. I'm going to steal the visibility node for the I'm going to steal a power cell so I don't have to import it back in. So I'm going to go edit. I'm going to cut it from there. I'm going to paste it in here. And then we can delete out the factory. Let's take our visibility node for our power cells. And let's get them to the ground. And I think I want to turn them this way. So we can have a double row. But I don't want them touching the back, so it'll come out a little bit further. Alright, that works. So this will be our visibility when we drop off our power cells. Yeah, I think I hate visibility nodes the most. So we still have to fix all of them inside the warehouse. Yeah, you're right. So, second row. Hate when I click off of it. And one more row. Where are we? Two more. Alright, so that gets us our visibility nodes for our power cells when we drop the power cells off. Now we're going to need, I'm going to go File, I'm going to import, we are going to go Documents, My Games, Farming Sim 19, Mods, 16X, Ritchie Islands, Objects, Palettes, Global Company, and I want the Palettes palette. I'll just throw you here for now, and of course you ended up on top of the trigger, but I'll just stick you here for now because I only want this part of it. Yes, we're going to go edit. We're going to cut you out of there. We're going to paste you there. Stick you here for now. So the rest of this palette I'm going to delete because we don't need any of that. I'm just going to call you palette. And just make sure we got no other. Nope, so we're good. Alright. So now let's bring you back down to Earth. Alright, so this is going to be our palettes of palettes. And how far back we go? About there. And you touching the top of the rack? No, you're not touching the top of the rack. I don't know if I can get another one in there. May have to tighten these up a little bit. Yeah, so let's see if we can tighten these up a little bit. And I'm duplicating the wrong one. God damn it. This is what I wanted. Still don't know if I'm going to get 6 in here. Yeah, that'll work. Let's finish up the bottom row. That'll work. And I don't know if these are going to fit on the top rack or not, but we'll find out. We may only get one layer up there. We'll see. See how tall they are. Yeah, so let's just pull them forward. We'll get one row up here. That'll work. I don't want to make this rack any taller. Alright, so that's our pallets when we drop them off at the factory. Give this a quick save. So now we need our 4 pallets inside of the warehouse. So let's see if we can do this the easy way or if this is going to become the hard way. Now, what are my chances? Oh, okay, so that's going to make it easy. So there's our scrambled eggs. So this one is, I'm not going to rename them all, but I'm going to go it's going to rename the first one. So, and then this is going to be our hash browns. So I don't have to just take all of these out and put them back in. Our hash browns are here. So those are our hash browns. Next one is going to be our Western. So this will be our Western omelets. And we'll see when I change these if it'll mess everything else up. So those are our Western omelets. Next one is going to be, yep, this is going to become our Denver omelets. Alright, so there are our Denver omelets, and then this last visibility node we're not going to leave, so I'm just going to leave that shelf empty. So there's our Western omelet, there's our Denver omelets, here's our hash browns, and there's our scrambled eggs. give that a quick save. Alright, so now let's line up our digital displays. So our first one, scrambled eggs. Second one is our hash browns. Third one is our Western omelets. Fourth one is our Denver omelets. Fifth one is our orange juice. And then eighth one is our dead cells, our sewage, and our trash. Give this a quick save. And I'm going to close this a second. And let's clean up our so the main building, building 2, the rack, the side building. I don't need sign 1, sign 2, sign 3. I don't need any more. Silo 1, silo 2. I don't need any more, and the trailer we don't need any more. So our pallets, we don't need any of these anymore. So that cleans up that texture file. That file is clean. Those are the shaders that we need. Those are the shared that we need. Our sound file is empty, so it's going to tell us what sounds we're missing when we open the i3D backup. There's nothing left in here from the Pi company, so this file is clean. Now let's see how many paths we have to fix. Alright, so we're missing our sound file fill machine wave. So we're going to go sounds, and we're going to get it from the fermenting house. So our sounds, I'm going to copy this one, paste it over to here, so that fixes our sound file. We need a couple texture files out of here, so we're going to go scrambles, textures, fermenting house, right, fermenting house, yeah, fermenting house, textures, and we need diesel generator, this one, and this one. And logo, that's not right because we changed the logo on the trailer, so I'm not going to change that one yet. So this one's fixed. This one's fixed. Our warning lines. Copy that one over to here. And we'll fix our warning lines. Now our logo. Why does it want me to bring this logo in? I'm gonna copy it over for now. And then when we go back in game, we're gonna have to see if anything has. Actually, no. I'm gonna leave this logo out for now. And I'm gonna fire up the map, and I'm gonna fire the i3D back up, and I should get a missing texture file. But I want to see what textures are missing. And then we need, so I can close you for now. Let's bring up the map file. So Farming Simulator Mod 16X, Objects, Palettes, Global Company, texture in, and we need decal 1, decal 2, and we're going to put them in here. And then we also need our palette diffuse, but do we have a palette diffuse in here already? We do not. So let's go Global Company, Textures, Palette Diffuse. Palette Diffuse or Palette Diffuse 2? Palette Diffuse 2. Alright, so let's minimize you. Let us fix these. Textures. This one is going to be textures. And then this one's going to be textures. Alright, so this should clean up all of our texture files. But why is it going to be telling me that I'm going to be missing this logo? Alright, so why am I missing that logo? It must be underneath somewhere, hidden where I can't see it. So we're going to have to bring that logo in, and then we're missing sound wave turbine room. Alright, so let's close this back out. Let's go to textures, fermenting house, textures. Don't know why it wants me to bring this one in. Must be hidden somewhere where I can't see it. And then sounds, sounds, it wasn't that one. Pie Factory? Sound, yeah, turbine room. Alright. So let's copy that one, paste that one in. Now, open this back up. There shouldn't be any more errors. Nope, so all of our textures are fixed, all of our sounds are fixed. And the trailer does not say deck of batteries, it says species 7, so I don't know what was messed up with that texture file, but I'm not going to question it. Come back inside. So we have our scrambled eggs, we have our hash browns, we have our Western omelets, and we have our Denver omelets. So the warehouse should be good. We have our visibility nodes for our power cells and our pallets. We have our trash, our sewage. We have our water. Alright, so let's just go through these. So our visibility node should be complete. Our in is complete. Our out is complete. Our player trigger is complete. Audio is complete. Camera is complete. Now our clear areas. Start, width, and height didn't change because we use in the same factory. Warehouse is good. Our wall is good. Come down to this side. So player trigger 2 is good. Garage door 1 is good. Garage door 2 is good. And our trigger icon is good. So I'm going to leave the plane on there for now. I'm going to save this. It is about almost 11 a.m. my time. I am going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for popping in today. So the factory itself is built. Now we have all the XML work to do. But I am going to give this another quick save. I'm going to exit this out. I want to thank everybody for popping in today. And I have some errands to run. And I may pop back in at some point this afternoon.